It means that Google that these external links find enough value on your site to link back to you. So that physical link has value in Google's algorithms. But more, almost as importantly, the relevance of that link. And what I mean by relevance is, if you're selling a list of new movers and you're sourcing for those new movers are various telco companies, and if those telco companies said, and if you'd like to purchase these products or services, contact, and then they had your domain name, that backlink comes from a reputable company, a company that has relevance, meaning they're part of the supply chain on the product that you're coming up with. And because it's relevant, it has greater value to Google or Yahoo or Bing. And that then increases your rankings. Let's say, for instance, on another way of getting backlinks, that we write an article. And let's say that we interview you, and over a short period of time, we write an article. We write it, not you, but we write an article, and that article has to do with new movers, how much money they spend in an average month, more than the average consumer. And we place that article in a number of different locations on the internet. That links back to your site. The article will remain on your site, but there'll be a link from that article back to you. And that link, it's called an article submission, creates a link. It has relevance because we make sure it has relevance because we write the content. The content is not, it's not arbitrary. It's designed to promote your business and your services, but with more of an educational, informational point of view. Once you start to build those links build value in Google's eyes in terms of your ranking. Do you understand that second half of the process?
Yeah, I'm kind of following you on what you're talking about and everything. I guess where I'm lost is what's this going to cost me, and how much is it going to help me? I know that there's a process behind it all, I'm sure, but I don't really understand,
Okay. So I would start. I'll answer your question, and I'll start with a couple of additional questions, and then I'll answer your question. So right now, Mike, how do you do your advertising?
Well, we do an occasional email blast to some prospective clients, and word of mouth. We've got some links with a couple customers out there.
Okay. So you don't have much of a budget, but what I would say is this. If you had, for instance, a budget in print advertising like the Yellow Pages, I would say, take a portion of that budget or take all of that budget and put it into SEO. Or if you have enough spare money to create a budget, this product is going to cost approximately $400 a month continuously. I would say try it for 4 to 6 months. The first month we do on-site, on your website work, and the increase in traffic will be negligible. In the second, third, and fourth month, we do a lot of work on external links and external sites linking back to your site, and that is where Google starts to pick up and start changing your rankings. It doesn't happen overnight. It happens over a period of 3 or 4 months. And I would say by the 4th month, you should see appreciable, measurable advance of your URL under the heading New Movers. The one good thing, or I think one of the greatest attributes of SEO marketing is that everything is measurable, and it's measurable from an independent analysis. The analysis that we're going to give you in the first month will let you know where your site is now competitively, who your competition is, where they fall in relationship to you, and then every month from that moment on, or from that time on, we will give you an additional report, and that report will show you how far up you've moved in the rankings as you move. We know we're going to be able to move you. We need to move you, we think, within the top 3 or 4. Otherwise, the number of clicks that you'll get would go down dramatically percentage-wise based on from the first to the 10th rank. It's night and day. The first position in Google gets approximately 49% of the click-throughs, and the 10th ranking gets just under 3%. So it is absolutely imperative that we get you near the top, and that will be independently verified from the reports that we will provide you, but those reports really come from Google, not ultimately from us, and you can independently check them. The other thing that we'd be willing to do is, with no obligation and really no upfront guarantees or anything from you about what you might do down the line, is we would like to send you a questionnaire, have you fill out that questionnaire, and then we will give you a report of exactly where your website is, where your competition is, and how competitive the keywords that you've chosen are today, right now. It takes about 3 business days to do that. Then we'd call you back with that report, let you know where you are, where you stand, where your competitors are, and give you an idea of where your starting position is. And I think, if nothing else, that report will be an eye-opening informational reservoir for you to know what's going on in the world that you're in online.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to figure out how to move myself up in that. I've never known how to do that. I've done searches before, and I found myself back on about 5 or 6, 7 pages sometimes. But I guess what I'm, you're saying 400 a month, but what kind of guarantee do I have that, as to what I'll move up or how far I'll move up and what I'll get as a result of that? I mean, I guess I don't know that.
We don't make any guarantees about moving up, with one exception. We do have, you know what, Mike, I'm going to say something that's kind of off the beaten path, and I'll go back. We do have a guarantee that we can give them, and I don't know what it is, but there is a guarantee. I know that Google does not allow us to make a guarantee to you, otherwise they think that that's misleading advertising. So we do make a guarantee, but not for a specific word. I believe there's a guarantee that if you had 30 words, at least 5 of those words will be in the top 5 or something like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know what the guarantee is, so I don't want to say it as if
I can only imagine, though, that somebody, if they're going to start, putting money out to you on a monthly basis, they're going to want something. They're going to want you. They're going to ask you that question in some form, or I would.
Yeah. All right. So let's go back and kind of into the interview. So the answer to your question is there is a guarantee. I've just stated it. You will start to see movement after the 2nd month, and it will be gradual and consistent, and there's no guarantee that you stay in the program. You can do it for 3 months and then walk away. You can do it for 5 months and walk away, 8 months. There will never be any contract signed. So really, this is a month-to-month thing by you. We're so sure of the performance of our product and of our services that we won't require you to sign a contract. And really, you will be the judge, jury, and executioner of whether or not we continue. We do say that you should look at a 4 to 5 month commitment to see movement, because you won't see anything much earlier than 3 or 4 months, and that's really because Google takes a while and the search engines take a while to absorb, analyze, and then change the rankings. But you will see absolute, up movement of your domain name in Google.